Hello, and welcome to some sort of bonus revlog-like situation. I've decided to take one of the D&D characters that I have never played and probably will never play, but I made a character sheet for them anyway, who is currently level 1. They are rules allowed, no homebrew at all. Meanwhile, well actually that's not quite true. No, that is true. I've not given them 2 feats. I would like to, but I haven't. They're a level 1 bard, and then we have Super Homebrew Dragon using a rule set that I think my friend made, but I don't know. That I've not played, but will be playing soon. So it's Liam versus Alacarn, and I just want to see which one would win in a battle. So I'm gonna roll the dices, and I'm gonna have it, I'm looking at both the character sheets and play it out. So we'll go for initiative first, because Alacarn has more health as a level 1 dragon, but not by much, because they're meant to be like player character dragons, so they can't be ridiculously overpowered until they get super ancient, but then they're going to be facing ridiculously overpowered issues like kingdoms. So yeah, right, we're going to roll for Liam first. It's a natural 13 plus 2 for 15. We'll go for Alacarn. A natural 16 plus 2 for 18. So Alacarn goes first. Alacarn will move into... There's not a move speed on here, on the character sheet I've got, but I'm sure it's something along the lines of probably about 30 feet as per. So yeah, I'm going to say that he's going to use his whole movement to get into range with Liam, and that'll also be his action though, because I did say they started 50 feet apart. Doesn't have any bonus actions available at present, so that's his turn. Liam in range. Have I set spells for him? Yes. What's he got? At level 1. Cure Wounds, Featherfall, Identify, and Heroism. Along with Vicious Mockery and Light. Yeah, so he's just going to go to try and swing the longsword. Hope for the best. Bardic Inspiration is not going to come in very useful here because he can't inspire himself. That's a 17 to hit, AC 13, because the dexterity, so the natural armor, isn't very high for Alacarn. So that does hit for a total 6 points of damage. A hefty blow to Alacarn. But nothing super major. That's the whole action for our level 1 bard though, because he's not got any. I need to look up heroism, because if that's a bonus action spell, he'll probably cast it. Heroism 5e. See, usually I'd look it up on the app on my phone, but I can't because I'm recording this video. Heroism. It's an action. Okay. Immune to being frightened, gains temporary hit point equal to your spellcasting mod at the start of each turn. Yeah, so he might use that as his action depending on what happens next. Because it is now Alacarn's go again, and he is mighty angry due to, being attacked by this here human thing with his sword. Bear in mind, Alacarn is about dog-sized. As a dragon, he's like a baby dragon. Now, I've got to open up this because it didn't have the attacks for Alacarn on. So, they're available here, is it? Yeah. Okay. So, we have Strength modifier, 1d8 piercing for biting, 1d6 slashing for claws. Breath weapon is a d10. Okay. So, I think that he's gonna go for the breath weapon, because he's not used it yet. Which I'm gonna say is probably a con save. Because it doesn't say here. To half the damage. So, it'd be based off of my own strength, proficiency for the dragons as a yearling is what? +2 I'm gonna go with. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with +2 though. It seems fair. It's what the bard has. So that'd be 14. DC 14 con save from our bard. He's got to roll a 9. He's likely to do it. He does. That's a 23. So it'll be half a D10 for the bard. 6, so he takes 3 damage. He is feeling it real bad. In the same way that Alacarn felt the hefty, I believe it was 6 damage. 6 damage? 7 damage? From the swing. I don't remember. Oh dear. But that's fine. And that's all Alacarn can do at present, I think. So we're going to go for another longsword swing. But it might be next turn we're going to have to do heroism. That won't hit. That's a 10 out of 13. So yeah, the bard's not looking good. Alacarn goes to bite, but that's even worse. And Liam the Logician has stronger skin than the scales of this yearling of a dragon. So Liam just feels the bite on his leg, but it doesn't actually do any damage. Meanwhile, he's able to get a cut in against the young dragon for a whopping extra 9 points of damage. That counts as experiencing significant physical trauma, so he undergoes rapid regeneration, allowing him to survive what should be a fatal encounter. We don't know the rules for that, but I'm just going to guess and roll the d10 and say that he heals for it. For a 7. So even as the sword cuts through, it doesn't do as much as one would expect. But Alacarn is mighty pissed off. Does he get the breath weapon back? No. So he's going to go in for a grapple, which is a natural 20. That'll do it, unless Liam has a better athletics acrobatics check than a 24, which he doesn't. That's a rather measly 12 in comparison. So Liam's grappled. It doesn't do much, the grappled effect, to my memory, but we will check just to be fair to our bard. Grapple. No, not order of combat. I want the condition. Grappled, not grapple. Okay. Grappled. Speed is 0. Yeah, that's it though. So he's just going to attack again. Natural 1. Maybe the grapple didn't go well. And yeah, I'm going to say that he's currently not got his sword, but he's going to use his bonus action to try and get it back. Natural 19 plus his dex is plenty for that. And we're going to go back to Alacarn's turn. This furious dragon has just wrapped his wings around the legs of the bard and is going to try to bite him again. I don't know why I went for the grapple. That was a terrible tactical decision, but he's a yearling. He's not very old. He doesn't know much. That's another natural 1. The grapple is lost. The bite is unsuccessful. We go back to the bard. For 15 to hit, that does hit. Alacarn for another 8 damage. Alacarn is looking real bad. Does Alacarn, however, get his weapon back last turn? No. This turn, no. He's just going to go for another bite. And again, can't get his teeth through this thick-skinned humanoid. Then the bard's going again. Another hit. This is gonna do it. Yeah, another 8 damage. He slays the young dragon, and Alacarn, the supposedly unkillable dragon, perishes. Cool. Hopefully you've enjoyed me talking to myself this way. I would like to eventually try and find a method to do this where I also show you guys the dice rolls. But we'll see. That's not the result that I expected. A level 1 adventurer versus a yearling dragon. Like, that was a d8 plus 3 for the bard's skills. And it was, if he'd hit any of his bites, it would have been a d8 plus 4. For Alacarn, for his claws, it would have been a d6 plus 4. The d10 of the breath weapon rolled low, but it's the armor class that did it, because Alacarn gets plus 6 to hit, but Liam's AC was 19, whereas Alacarn's is 13. So even though Liam only gets a plus 5 to hit, he's got to get 5 less than Alacarn to hit. Whew. Anyway, I'll be playing D&D later, not either of those characters. I'll be running the game as one Lord and Master of the Dungeon in the Krienar Guard over on the Dove and Shorts Twitch channel, so feel free to join me there. Probably will be around about 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight that we begin, and yeah, it's more likely to be 8. But if you show up at half 7, no problems will arise. So, until then, I'll catch you cats on the flip-flop. Bye!